Sorry about that. What I'm seeing out of this character, thank you again. I'm supposed to check this. If I don't even know why I didn't check that. Okay. So what I'm seeing with this character, Ty Lee, and again, thank you, Great Blackness, for the shout out. Didn't know my sound was off. But a shout out to Nine Ether, who suggested that I take a look at this character right here, Ty Lee. And Ty Lee is a non-bending chi blocker, right? Or energy blocker. I call it like a somatic blocker, right? And this is essentially in a world where you've got people who can sling that fire, who can move mountains, who can weaponize entire oceans. One of the most dangerous figures they have here is somebody who can't do any of that stuff, right? Like literally all she needs to do is touch you, and all of a sudden your body doesn't obey your commands, right? This is a very powerful being and a great use of power. So, and this is how do we get someone who's an ordinary human to be so dominant in this world? Okay, and this is the cool thing. So somatic disruption. This is the ability to temporarily disable another person's movements and their supernatural abilities by striking the body's vital energy points, right? So this is not even a new concept. This is some old stuff, and I'm going to explain some other versions of exactly the same kind of power where I see this coming from. So physically, she disrupts or disables your muscles and your limbs. Like that's what you see happen. What she's doing on a neurological level is interrupting your motor control at the same time, right? So she blocks the energy or the chi that's required for bending. So it doesn't matter what kind of bending you do. You could be an earth bender, water bender, fire, whatever it is, it's not going to matter if you can't move your arms. So she cuts right to the source. She cuts right to cutting you off or the opponent off from her power. So her real power is it's leveraging a couple of things because you don't get the skill without acquiring a couple of things. One, it's absolute precision. She is touching you at a particular point. You got flames, you got earth, right? She's attacking the mechanism behind the mechanisms by which you move. She doesn't necessarily attack the weapon, she turns the weapon off. She switches the warrior into off mode. That's what she's doing when she's like, bam, bam, bam. I just turned you off, right? I turned off everything. You can't even move your arms. So she doesn't bend chi. She doesn't bend the energy like an airbender does with air or a earth mover. She's not doing that. She's using this specialized martial arts technique, which it physically does that. It interrupts the connection between the person's internal energy, your nervous systems, your muscle, and your noodle. So in this world, this energy flows like pathways inside of the body. So benders direct energy through these, move. We always see them, man, where they're like, yeah, and they're slinging water and all that stuff. Yeah, we see how she dance all that, man. She cuts that off at the button. If there's like a dancing, like she presses the off button, and now you can't do none of that stuff anymore. So all the mechanisms by which you manipulate the energy, she's like, yeah, you can't do it, right? So essentially, she turns off your access to your power, which is like the best way to beat anybody is to turn off access to the power. Now she isn't removing your ability. She's simply temporarily blocking your access. It's pretty simple. If your arms can't move, your hands can't move, you can't do the same. You're still a bender, right? But physically, your energy that you're tapping into that you need to perform it is off, right? Your Wi-Fi went off. You're no longer logged in. And once the effects were off, you can get right back into it. So with her, what type of power is it that Ty Lee is showing us? Is this physical or is it supernatural? And I say it kind of sits between both because we see manifestations or talk about exactly this kind of stuff in a lot of like real mythology, right? Real religious systems and other. We talk about chi or energy, prana, mind, all this stuff that they refer to. And she's simply saying that I'm cutting off. And we could see how someone could paralyze, the nerves in your muscles so you can't move your arms. We totally get that. So this power is still a combination of things, right? She still possesses this incredible anatomical knowledge. Like she understands all the pressure points in your body. Like by looking at you, bam, I see all your pressure points. So she has an amazing anatomical knowledge. she has a superhuman level of accuracy, right? So she's hitting exactly the points and manipulating them in very, very precise ways. Now it helps that she, and this will explain how she gets to you, right? Because right now I know you're like, man, well, okay, she got to do that, but she can't get near me. Okay, this is where we start talking about he uses her, because clearly this is a close quarters power, right? You have to get close. She has to be touching. Well, here's how she gets that. She has circus trained agility, all right? She has exceptional balance and flexibility and the ability to read your movements. And she's a martial artist, so she's very fast. So she's really specialized in closing the distance, right? This is the first thing that she wants to do. She wants to make this fight. She wants to get past your Philly shell defense. She wants to get right in there. This is how she gets past elemental attacks. She knows what she's dealing with an airbender or firebender. It's a longer range attack. So she quickly has to evade that one. So she's already in game planning mode. So she's thinking 2 steps ahead. Her first move is, no matter what you throw at me, I have to be ready to evade that. Now, once she evades that, then she's a skip to Maloo to being within touching distance of you. She's that quick. Like, you can see her coming straight at you, but she comes at you with such an incredible speed. She'll change her angle, right? And she's already anticipating you countering this move, and so she has this move. So she does all these things just so she can get close enough to put her hands on you, right? Like, because if she only knew these pressure points, none of this stuff would matter. But she has the acrobatics to get to you. All she's got to do is bam, bam, bam. And you're done. And you're like, how did she get here? Yeah, she's faster than you thought she were. She was, right? She's quicker. She's more agile than you ever thought that she could be. So that's where she's coming at it with. And in the world that she's in, man, I'm telling you, her skill, she's as powerful as anybody out there because she's unavoidable. You cannot avoid this girl. Her skill is just too high, man. And then that's the thing. They wrap her in this like kind of very, schoolgirlish, like youthful, innocent kind of look, but she's a beast within that. She's like a cow. Like, she's all about that, man. Now, she comes from a Fire Nation family, right? So she was not gifted, apparently, with the bending of fire, but they taught her how to do this. So she escaped this like circus environment where they were able to leverage all of her skills in terms of flexibility, coordination, aerial awareness, absolute mad body control, right? She's got chi blocking. Like, once she gets in there, man, just regular people, she can take you off the set. She can paralyze your limbs. She can disrupt your muscular control. She can prevent a bender from using its element. She can completely immobilize a total person, right? You'll be standing there fully awake, and she's just like, yeah, I got you absolutely neutralized and paralyzed. She uses speed. Like, she doesn't go to force. She uses speed a lot of times, redirects her momentum, avoids direct attack, closes distance rapidly. Like, she's all about that. Like, she's 100% a predator in that arena. And she knows right off the bat, her classic attack is built around 4 premises, right? You evade the initial attack, right? I'm telling you, it's textbook. Evade that initial attack, enter the opponent's striking range, target the limbs that they use for bending, and disable the opponent before they can recover. So she lets you get that first one out, man. It's very much like letting that first punch go, right? Like, they throw that first punch. If you can roll it, now I got you, right? And that's where she is. I'm right within your pocket. So she operates like a boxer who has to get through defense, and that's what she's done. And it's a damn effective power, man. And like, she's joined a crew where she can really focus on heightening that ability. But I'm just like, it's a cold-blooded ability, man. I got a few others that I broke out that are similar to this, but just a terrifying character because you see her jumping around like, man, I can't do anything about it. I'm trying to hit her with fire, but imagine, okay, I'm trying to hit her with fire. I just cannot, dude. And we all kind of suffer to that when something's coming at you really small, it's smaller than you, like a bee, right? Like a bee is coming at you, or like I don't know, like a rodent or something is coming at you, even though we're much larger, man. Like, I'm in a moment of panic right there. She represents that because that overwhelming speed, but it's really combining a total skill set that's making her such a dangerous competitor. It's that knowledge, man. When she puts that knowledge to use on you, man, it's a tough one there. It's a tough one. And that means her upper limit, her ceiling for who she could go after is pretty damn high, man. Is pretty damn high. Like, I don't see anybody that she would not be able to. Now, if you can avoid her speed, I mean, that would be mandatory. You can try and strategize, but you have to really be able to compensate for her speed and agility first, because once she closes that gap on you, man, it's done, man. She's shacking the post. Once she gets you in the post, once she gets inside of your shell defense, like it's done. It's a very, very cool ability. I definitely want to talk about this. Like she's highly efficient. Like, and this is all about this is a very, very efficient, very knowledgeable. Like, and she slings us like it's nothing. But I'm telling you, overall, like her power to go after like very powerful airbenders, that's who she can go after, man. There's no limit to what she can. I mean, really, like, I mean, there is a limit, but I mean, damn, it's pretty damn high. Her ceiling's pretty high. She can be very effective because she simply turns off your weapon, man. She finds your button and she's like, bap, 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 and then yeah, now you sit there and the fight's over. She can do what she wants. So this is a technique, man, and this is interesting because this exists in like an ancient Indian tradition. I was looking this up, Marma warfare, right? And this is one of them Ayurvedic traditions where the marma are vital locations where structure within structures such as muscles, blood vessels, ligaments, bone, and joints meet, and where prana or life energy is believed to concentrate, right? So they talk about in this ancient culture, they talk about the ability to strike those forces, connect the anatomy with the energy, and it's using precision over raw force. And that you can use these techniques to disable much stronger opponents. So this is essentially them representing something out of mythology, right? Like real time, right? And like I get it, it's 100% like this fits there. Now I had looked at like who else got cut off from their power and got defeated, and like some of the more classic ones, at least in mythology, I thought about like Samson and Delilah. It's kind of the same. Well, it's different because his connection is through his hair, but essentially it's the same thing. Like this is still his source of his power, and Delilah just goes the direct route and cuts that power off, right? So it's nullification of your ability right at the beginning, right? Like I take away this source of energy for you, and you're done. Okay. Now the other one, obviously, like we got a couple in mythology that I want to look at as well, and it's this Niji. Now, this is a natural character, like very similar. This is some manga that goes back. It occurs early in this series, like episode, like chapter 36, episode 21. He belongs to one of the clan families, and he uses the same type of technique. It's called Baya Kungen, right? And it's a hereditary or hereditary tradition that is passed down. And when he's activated this ability, he can see through objects, right? He can, you know, like almost lightning. It's almost like teleportation over considerable distances. He can move in almost every single direction, and what he's doing is targeting the opponent's internal chi network. So he may hit you like much faster speeds, but he's effectively combining like combat with the scan of the opponent, right? He's literally looking at you real time. He can see your pathways. Like that's his vision right there. So when he locks onto you, he's actually looking at how your energy is flowing. So it doesn't have a small blind spot behind the user. It's literally like perfection, right? He can actually see your internal mechanism just because he has this ability to see how energy flows. So one of the techniques that they use among all these other things that they can do, it's called the gentle fist, right? This is the Koba's one. And the name, like it's very misleading because it's a series of movements that are controlled strikes that don't do a lot of like external damage. Like you're not seeing people get jacked up externally, right? But on the inside, these punches are going through the muscle. It's releasing his energy. He's releasing his chakra energy through these strikes. So yeah, I'm not like it's not landing with that concussive strike, but man, he inserts his energy into the opponent's body, right? He's attacking their chakra power system from inside. So with this gentle fist, he can disrupt your chakra circulations. He can damage internal organs, right? It's very, very centered on the whole idea of chakra energy. The same type of energy that we see, in the initial character is just that whole like idea of leveraging how we're networked together or how our energy naturally flows to the body. Now he has a signature move, man. It's a cold-blooded shot, man. Okay. It's called the 8 trigrams 64 palms, right? And this is the killer move right here, man. This is the it move right here. Once the opponent enters in his effective range, Niji strikes increasingly rapid combination of chakra points, 2 strikes, then 4, then 8, then 16, and then finally 64. And he's not necessarily closing every chakra point within the body, but he's shutting down enough essential points to collapse the opponent's ability to circulate and use chakra, right? So he's cutting you off completely. You are now completely without energy. So it's very similar to what we see Ty Lee doing with her abilities, and obviously very effectively. Like this guy is absolutely a beast when you see that power be used. Now, this was going to sound a little funnier and a little strange, you guys, but this is actually true. It's the same type of power. Interesting, you see all these characters kind of have so far like a Eastern culture connection among them, and how they see energy obviously flows into their mythology and their hero characters there. Okay. Tai Lung. Now, funny, this is the animated version. This is from I believe that Jack Black series where he's the fat panda. What is it called? Fat Panda Kung Fu, or Kung Fu Fatty, whatever it was called. This is a character that appears in this Disney series. I don't know what the story's built on, right? I don't know what this is based on, but physical abilities are very similar to all the things that we named. He has another like chi focused or energy focused power. He's got great strength, exceptional speed, which you need for this type of technique. Acrobatic ability, again, you have to have it for this technique. Claw-based combat, advanced kung fu, environmental improvisation, extraordinary pain tolerance, and precise nerve strike. So when you get the speed, you get the acrobatic ability, and you get the precise nerve strike, like that's the trifecta. That's a trifecta of an energy-based power, right? Now I can do everything to you, right? Because I can get around you, I can get past you, I just got to get closer, I can boom, boom, boom. And it's very fast. So his nerve technique or chi points paralyze the body, right? And we saw it. He broke a lot of people down like that. He can, and like he's using all these things like his speed to avoid even like the opponent's attack. Like first thing, avoid the opponent's attack, move inside the defense, strike several precision locations, and then allow the body to start shutting down on its own. It's time tested, man. If you have this skill set, these 3 powers, this is what you do, man. This is what you do, okay? These are 3 things that you want to work on. Now, the problem was when he got somebody too fat. That's why Fat Panda worked against him. Like, I'll never really accept, obviously it would take a Disney story to say something stupid like this. But that was what defeated him, was that the Fat Panda was so fat that I can't see your energy points. I'm not able to strike to your nerves, which, yeah, okay. He's not that freaking fat. He's not super fat or anything like that, right? So that's nonsensical. And his power would have worked on that Fat Panda the same that it worked on anybody else. But I'm not going to get into any of this stuff, right? Because if you're heavily armored and it's like super thick skin, maybe you can resist them. Obviously, if you're not a humanoid, right? Or bodies with like very, pathways to energy. So those type of things are disruptive for him. But anybody else, man, if you don't come with that, this dude's gonna whoop your ass, man. And the thing about him is once he paralyzes you up, then he's gonna sit and talk trash to you for a little while. You ain't gonna just take you off the set right off the bat. It's gonna be a lot of trash talking going on here before the finishing move actually happens, right? Hopefully you can get away, but if you don't, you're gonna hear a lot of trash talking before you die. No. Now, the one I really want to get to, man, I had to be grateful for this, was one of my favorite characters, man. Like one of my old school favorite characters who possesses the same ability. I saw this when I started reading, checking out Ty Lee and building the profile on her. Oh, what's going on? It's like an emergency call. When I started building the profile on her, I thought, man, Kenshiro, man. Kenshiro, which is a dude from Fist of the North Star, one of the first animes I ever watched. Like, this is one of the biggest reasons I still watch anime right now, is because of Fist of the North Star. I love Fist of the North Star, man. It was incredible. Nothing's ever been better than Fist of the North Star. And what we remember from Fist of the North Star was this character, man, where he would just like break somebody down and be like, yeah, you're dead, and you don't even know it. Like, it was, he was at the higher level. Like, obviously we know this dude because he got the 7 scars, which was somebody hitting his pressure points, right? So it goes both ways, man. Keep your hands up, protect your pressure points, homie. You gotta wear something. So he wanders the land as a protector, looking to get his girlfriend back, right? I'm on a never-ending quest to save my girlfriend, right? So this is in a very devastated world, you know what I'm saying? This is post nuclear war, civilization is scrapping its way to try to come back, and then Kenju's walking the land, just rescuing people like it ain't nobody's business, man. So this is the main dude, and he becomes the successor to Hokuto Shinken, who and this is the divine fist of the North Star. That's what he becomes, the fist of the North Star. He is a divine being, right? He's a divine vessel and an embodiment of all that power. That's what he becomes. Now, this technique works because it allows him to cause paralysis, involuntary movement, loss of speech, compelled speech, memory disruption, delayed physical destruction, temporary loss of control, restoration of movement. He can bring it all back, right? Relief from certain injuries or death. He can make your whole skull just blow up, man, by hitting you internally, just walking away. And he doesn't have to hit you with a million of them. So his ability to strike at this pressure points, this biological program that he has, man, like his knowledge of everything going to your body is foolproof, man. He's foolproof. He doesn't just stop you from moving. He actually weaponizes your own body against you. Like your arms, your head will grow. Like I said, I'm stuck on head growing because, that was the most impactful to me. If somebody can hit you 4 times and then your head explodes and he's talking to you while your head's like, first of all, it doesn't immediately happen. Your head doesn't immediately explode. You're kind of like, you might even thought you got the best of that exchange. And then you'll be like, he's like, yeah, I'm not worried about you. You're already dead. And you're like, what? And then it starts happening to you. And this is what causes, it's like the energy inside of your body got turned against you, man. He's turned your own energy against you, man. And that's the raw part of it, man. That's the rawest part of it of all. Like I said, we see a couple who have taken your power and turned it against you ultimately. Like who do we got? We got Ken. Ken does it, but also who's my other man? Niji also does this as well. He's different. He's penetrating you with his energy, right? Whereas as Kenshiro is turning your own energy against you, makes it destructive inside of your own body, right? So this is where they're all coming from. All these guys move with like exceptional speed. If we link all this back to what we're talking about, Ty Lee is just, in that lineage of these fighters, and they're all dead. She's like the most innocent looking out of all of them, which probably helps her rank among the most dangerous. But man, you got that ability to hit me up with 5 of them, man, and shut my whole breathing system down. Man, that's a tough one there, man. So another really good character. I got to thank my man for bringing this up. This was a good character for me to profile because it fits right in just like the type of character, like being able to break a character down. So anyway, I hope this was insightful for you. Thanks again for putting me on this character to do a breakdown on. And hit me with the next, man. See what you guys are looking for next time. In the meantime, I'll be back in the lab, just kind of like brewing up what my next piece will be.